So I just got done with my first day of training for my new Merrell Trail Gloves, the Barefoot Minimalist, whatever you want to call it, running shoe. As you can see here, I got the Amazon color. It's a men's size 11, and basically on birthday shoes and Run Barefoot, .com, both websites, they recommend working yourself up for 2 or 3 weeks of running barefoot to get your barefoot running form down and be ready for minimalist shoes. Well, the problem is I haven't really run even up to 2 miles in running shoes, and so my form for anything isn't good. And luckily for me, Merrell actually has an app. Let's see if I can get this in the darkness so you can see it, for iOS devices. I think they also had an Android app. Anyway, I got this from scanning a QR code that was in the catalog they sent me a day before my shoes arrived, which I love the world we live in where that's even a possibility. Anyway, and this app walks you through, basically what you need to do. And so I started off, kind of small text there, but basically the app has you doing these exercises that straighten you out, get your posture. I think it's posture resetting, they call it. Anyway, and you're like stretching way up and then settling down while keeping your back straight, getting your arms in position and just doing small motions with your arms, and then kind of jogging in place to get a feel for the midfoot stride, and not a heel strike like almost everyone who runs in running shoes does. So anyway, and I go back to the darkness again here. You can see I've completed day 1. There's a total, I believe, it looks like, of 24 days. I mean, there's 6 stages, it appears here, or 6 days in stage 1 and 4 stages. I'm just guessing 20 to 24 days, something like that. And the other part of today's exercise was do 5 of those posture resetting exercises, and then walk around in your house for 30 minutes barefoot. Well, I had already ran 0.6 of a mile barefoot 2 days ago, after I ordered my shoes, but before they arrived. And so I figured I'd do a 30-minute walk outside. I wanted to run a mile today barefoot, but I figured I'd try to stick to their program. And so this was 30 minutes of walking barefoot today. I walked my dog, who got a basset hound, and it was interesting. I think my run was harder because I had the initial fear of, what the hell am I doing? This is crazy. I mean, it was a big leap of faith to start running barefoot. And so today wasn't as big of a deal, but it was a longer route, and I had more interaction with people today. I didn't really talk to anybody, but I had more cars obviously taking notice. I mean, near my end of my route, I was actually on a very small road that's not even fully named. It's not on Google Map, for example. And I had 2 cars going down there, and one who just kind of went plowing past me, and I had to get myself and the dog out of the way, and they were just trying to ignore me. But the second was a guy who was real nice and stopped and waited for me to pass and kind of laughed about it. I think the most... let me turn this around off of them. I think the most interesting thing to me today about actually running barefoot, walking barefoot and going, a little over a mile, is that the sidewalks were terrible. Like, I ran on the sidewalks last Monday, it's Wednesday, when I did my first run. And, I mean, it seemed like the normal thing to do, and it felt fine. I mean, there were certainly times I got stuff on my feet, I had to wipe it off, etc. But walking today, walking is just not comfortable barefoot on sidewalks. And so probably halfway through my run, I got myself adjusted and started using the grass more whenever I could. And the first time I stepped on the grass, I thought, this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. Things could get into my feet, and oh my gosh, But it wasn't bad, and my feet got less dirty, interestingly, when I was on the grass than when I was on the sidewalk. And it felt right. Like, I can imagine my ancestors doing this all the time. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see where this Merrell program takes me. Let me preview day 2 here. it looks like day 2 is going to be 10 toe crunches and spreads and another 30-minute walk, which I'll still do outdoors. And, you know, I definitely can say, you know, someone who's not a runner and who, you know, is obviously not in great shape, that I think this is a really great program for people who would like to get in better shape and would not like to develop the repetitive stress injuries that, you know, all runners are prone to, runners in regular running shoes, that is. And, you know, for me, I think this is the right call, and I'm super glad I made this choice. I'm a huge fan of Merrell. You know, I have another pair of Merrell shoes that I've worn regularly and have been my daily shoe for about a year now. And so, you know, I'm very, very happy with this purchase and excited to get to the point where these can just be my shoes I use in everything, that I walk around in them daily. I use them to run. You know, I have other shoes clearly I can wear to mix things up, but, you know, I really do. I think this will be my primary shoe, and I'm excited to have bought them. So anyway, this is my day 1 on the Merrell program, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.